Okay, let's get started. Hey horrifics, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda. If this is the first time here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can get notification every single time that I post a video, and I post every single week. As you can see from the title, today's video is going to be my full review with spoilers of The Innocents. It's a Norwegian supernatural thriller film and it's classified as horror, but it's a supernatural thriller at the end, but still I'm doing the review. It was released on, at least in the US, on April of 2022. But it was released on Cannes Festival of last year. So this film has been here for a long time, but I was finally able to watch it. This film has really good reviews, so of course, although like I said, it's not 100% so horror, like it's really little what it could be considered horror on the film. Still, I was really interested on watching it, so I'm giving you that first disclaimer. Don't come watching the film thinking that it will be full horror, because it's not. Like I said, as always, all my reviews are with spoilers. If you don't want them, just to see if this was worth it or not, on the description box down below, there you're going to find my spoiler-free review, because I like to give you guys the two options. But giving that little talk and disclaimer, let's get into the video. The Innocent is going to follow four children that become friends during the summer holidays, and out of sight of the adults, they discover they have hidden powers. While exploring their newfound abilities in the nearby forest and playgrounds, their innocent plate takes a dark turn and strange things start to happen. Just like always, something well, I won't consider this normal, takes a dark twist. Now, basically the film follows Ida and her older sister Anna, that is autistic, and her mother and father. They are all moving to this new building during summer holiday, and I'm going to assume that this is something that happens in Norway. When you're in summer holiday, you are literally in holiday and vacations, because sometimes we can be in summer holidays and maybe working or staying at home, at least here. So I'm assuming that that's the norm there. So basically most of the families and the people that live on the buildings, they aren't there. So we only have like few people, like very little people throughout the film until the very end, that it's when summer ends. So we have Ida and Anna. Now Ida, you can be seen from the very beginning that she's not happy with the situation of living with an autistic sister. She doesn't really talk, and she basically spends the day like maybe looking around, not doing much. Ida and Anna are playing on the playground of the building, basically alone. Another kid of the building called Ben, he starts playing, but specifically more with Ida than with Anna. And they go to the woods, and this is something that I seen in the trailer, is that he kind of exploding a rock. So he has like the powers here. And then we are introduced also to Aisha. The first minutes of the film are like a little bit of an introduction of the individual family situation and their way of living and the family dynamic. But since they are basically the only kids that are on the building, all four of them, they start playing together more and more. And of course they will discover that they have some powers, but of course the one that actually has the powers, it's Ben. And they even discover that one of them can talk and the other one will say it. So this happens with Aisha and Anna. So if Aisha is thinking of a word like talking, Anna will say it. So suddenly Anna kind of starts talking again, and of course her father and mother are so shocked and they're happy that their daughter is talking again. So of course this is a good thing, and it's sad, the fact that it's not real. It's the fact that comes from Ben. But of course the dark twist comes when Ben, he's a mean kid. From the very beginning, he kills a cat. He smashes his head with the foot. And I saw that, I was like, whoa, kid. And that was at the beginning, like on the introduction of the character. So you know from the beginning that Ben is not precisely a good kid. He's not. Like, I'm not going to justify it, but they show his family dynamic is not the best one. But still, it doesn't justify that you just kill a cat, an innocent cat. Like, you don't do that, and you don't do the things that you do. So even gets to the point where Ida wants to kill him. Like, she's planning on killing him. But since he has this type of powers, he kind of knows. So he controls Aisha's mother. and she stabs her daughter. Of course, she doesn't know what she's doing. She's being controlled by Ben, and she stabs Aisha on the back and she dies. So sadly, Aisha dies. Basically, this is at the end of the summer since every family is returning. So of course, we have way more kids on the playgrounds and on the surroundings of the buildings. And by this point, of course, their relationship and friendship is broken. The film is 1 hour and 57 minutes long. It's a little bit of a slow burn, but the time goes like fast. Like you don't really have a counting of how many days have passed. They never really specify that, so I don't really remember it, but you realize that by the end of the film is the end of the summer. Also, Anna is developing like the power, like she's having control over it. Of course, she starts talking a little bit, and she kind of manipulates a little bit of stuff like nature when it comes to the nature, but she doesn't really go that far because like the one that goes the farthest, it's Ben. They never really give a full explanation of the power. Like the film doesn't give that much answers, and the only part of the film that can be considered horror is this part after Ida pushes the Ben from the bridge and he survives because of course he has something that is not human on the inside. This is when we kind of realizes that since Ida is saw by a woman that she pushed Ben, so she starts running to the woods and she starts having kind of visions and she's going backwards, and when she kind of touches a tree, everything changes as it's night. And she's seeing a figure, like a man, but we never really see it, so we don't know what it is. And she kind of starts walking again, and it goes on the day, and goes at night, and goes on the day, and starts like switching on and off. And every time that it's at night, we see the creature. Even at some point, she's going backwards on the street, and when it's at night, no one is coming, only the figure. When it's at day, we have cars, and she gets hit by a car, but she survives since it's nothing that serious. She gets her leg broken, but she's okay. When she returns to the building, this is where everyone has returned. Basically, Aisha is dead, and Ben, it's basically nowhere to be seen at this point. He ran it away since of course he survived. And basically at the end of the film, we have him on the playground and we have Anna on the other side with Ida, and we see him like using his powers in some kind of way, and we see that the sand kind of goes poof, like doing like wave sounds, if we want to call it that way. And it's around Anna specifically, and Ben dies. Now, something that is seen throughout the film, it's Ben. He's drawing the swings from the playground, and even Anna at some point she draws the swings. And by the end of the film, Ben dies, and the last scene, it's Ida running to her mother crying. And we have Anna with the pen on the hand and the board. And when she's about to draw something, it cuts and that's the ending. So I am thinking that they're leaving it to the viewer to interpret the ending. And my way to see it, I feel like Ben, he gave to Anna his powers. That's the way that I am interpreting. Like I said, they never really specify or give too much details about what specifically the powers are, how dangerous they can be, from where they come from. I think that they left some details hanging, or if I don't know that I missed them, I would probably maybe rewatch the film. But still, I think that the film is really good. It's just the same as Hatchin when it comes relying only on the acting. This film, like I said, is not horror, it's supernatural thriller. The actings are amazing. Those kids, they did such a good job. It's on the bright day. Only, like I said, the only dark moment, it's at the ending when Ida is having like the visions of the woods, but that's it. So this is not even a creepy film by any means. It has been targeted as horror, but I wouldn't consider this film precisely horror. But still, since I was interested in watching it, this is why I'm still doing the review. But that's something that you have to keep in mind. This is not horror, because like I said, I don't really see it as horror. And not because it's not creepy or scary. I don't know. It's like the atmosphere, something's different. Like it's not horror. But still, I think that this is a must watch. It's available to stream on Amazon Prime Video and other on-demand services. In my case, I use Amazon Prime Video. It's the one that works the best for me. And what I think that this is for the review, I will give this film a 9 out of 10 and 4.5 out of 5. Like I said, it's not excellent, but definitely it's one of the best films that I have seen on this year, and it definitely does deserve the good reviews that it has. It's a little bit of a slow burn, but it's worth it. You can trust me on that. Now, my next review is going to be coming tomorrow. That is my Stranger Things review. That will be coming Saturday, since the series came out today. But the episodes are way longer than I was expecting. I didn't have enough time to watch them, and leaving to work so I can film and edit, it was going to be a mess. So I'm pushing the video to tomorrow, Saturday, so it's going to be my review, both spoiler free and with spoilers. Of course, you will have in both options. So I think that this is all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to see you guys on the next one. Bye.